We've got a major renovation coming to the Ponte Vedra Concert Hall. That's going to start in May. It's a cherished venue, they say, hosting numerous artists over
Cherished.
decades.
It's not what it was when I started.
What was it when we first?
It was a church.
Yeah.
We bought it. We bought it as a church. We bought the entire park because we didn't have enough parks in Ponte Vedra, and we were going to turn it into a community center. The recession hit, and those community centers that we said we're going to have in each one of the regions with pools. That was one of the locations where it was going to be.
Oh.
So I talked the county into giving me a little bit of money and turned it into a music venue at that time. But when we first walked in, it had a baptismal, where the stage is. Mm-hmm. It had like a pool there for baptisms and stuff like that.
Oh.
And all along the beams and along the walls and stuff like that, he is risen, Yahweh, every possible. I was like, if I wasn't going to hell before then, I'm going to hell now.
Isaiah.
I'm destroying all of that stuff.
Painted over it, and but even when we first did it, there was always going to be a second tier and a second level, and I think that's part of the things that, because the second level has not been used, and it's a lot of square footage up there. But I'm glad the county's got enough money to do what they're looking to do, and I'm excited to see what Gabe's coming up with, because he's a very creative guy.
Yeah, Gabe is leading this charge. He oversees the venue. The renovation, they say, is going to introduce a range of improvements, including expanded seating options with a capacity expected to rise between 600 and 1,100 attendees.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Extra, I guess.
Solid.
Depending on the event configuration. So it'll be configurable.
Yeah. You'll be able to close the top.
Okay. They do say there's a second floor balcony, an outdoor terrace, and stadium-style seating on the first floor, which will provide more flexible arrangements for over 100 annual shows.
Oh, wow. Okay, so they're taking out the seats were movable so we could do standing and seating situations. So if they're doing stadium, then...
Sounds like they're going to stay there, yeah.
No, that's cool.
Beyond seating enhancements, the project encompasses wider seats. Okay. Updated projection and audio systems, modernized restrooms. They're going to have bidets in there or something?
Toto toilets.
I can tell you, we didn't do a whole lot to the bathrooms. It was what was there. What was there when it was a church. We only...
A trough?
We made it handicap accessible, and that was about it.
Okay.
So no, that's really big.
They're going to have a multi-use room for events, an on-site merch shop, and improved concessions facilities.
Okay.
Gabe emphasized that the renovation addresses long-standing concerns with the overall experience. Yeah, and then it goes into the history, which we already just heard from Troy.
Yeah, no, it was 2011, I think, is when we opened it.
Okay. Yes.
So I think that was when we did some first shows. And
how long is this going to take, do you think? Are they going to shut it down, obviously? Or are they going to have shows?
They're going to have to shut it down.
Yeah.
That's
shows in and around it. I don't know.
Yeah.
A couple months, few months maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Shouldn't take too long.
Yeah. So, are they going to do an elevator?
That's a good question. I don't see anything in here about an elevator.
I'll call Gabe.
Funding for the project, totaling $5.4 million, was approved by St. Johns County Commissioners in 2022.
Yeah, you'd have given me $800,000 in 2011, it would have been done.
Yeah, see? All right.
That's all I needed at that point.
Mm-hmm.
That shows you the price of construction.
Yeah.
Inflation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's wild. But it'll be good. It'll be really, really good. They'll have more seats.
Yeah. Better concessions.
Yeah. Be a good upgrade, it sounds like.
Wider seats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, it sounds like it's going to be, it had great character because of the conversion of it, but it sounds like it's going to be, a very classy location now.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did the best with what we could at the time, and Gabe and that crew's done an amazing job putting some incredible shows in there.
Mm-hmm.
And you did hear a lot of compliments from artists who go there.
Yeah.
That they really like the acoustics, and they love the kind of intimate vibe of it all.
And I can tell you, when we were in there, if you clapped, it echoes so bad. But Gabe and Bill Parker and they did the walls similar to what you did here, but
Probably much better.
well, what you don't see, you know. But
Yeah.
they were able to mask it, and the sound in there is it to me is one of the best sounds in a venue. And where it started, you would never have believed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
But Gabe was on the operations side at that time, and he did the research, and him and Bill Parker knocked it out of the park at a third of the cost of what some of the professional people that would have done, and it would have sounded worse.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's great, man. Very exciting for the Ponte Vedra Concert Hall.
Mm-hmm.